There's something in your eyes. Is everything.
Hi, and welcome to Makeup by Mon. I'm going to be doing a updated skincare routine, and let's get started. So the first thing that I do is usually take off all my jewelry. I've already taken off most of it, and then I like to put my hair up in a ponytail like so. And then I usually take some sort of headband just to get my hair out of my face. And I get started. So the first thing that I do is I turn the water on, make sure it's nice and warm. My water tends to take a little bit of time to warm up. And then I use the Boscia Makeup Breakup Cool Cleansing Oil. I usually like to take 2 to 3 pumps of this, and then I just rub my hands together and then just go all over my face, everywhere. Anywhere that I put makeup, I go. I usually try to be kind of gentle with my eyes as much as I can be. This thing will take everything off, but it's important to get it everywhere. So I can still see a lot around my eyes, especially if I was heavy with mascara. I'm just going to do another final scrub. And then I rinse it off. I'm usually still stuck with quite a bit, as you can see, of just makeup all around my eyes. So I'm definitely going to have to go in and take the rest of it off. And you can see that I got most of it off, but there's definitely still a lot of makeup left over, and I usually take that off right after, because I do another round. But since I'm really heavy on makeup today, I'm going to use my Sephora Gentle Eye. Got a few cotton pads, and like I said, since I was kind of heavy on mascara today, I'm gonna use this just to get everything off. I like to use it in my eyebrows just to make sure that I have everything, and then I usually just kind of hold it on my eye just to let everything sink in, and then wipe it off as gently as I can. And you can see that there was definitely still makeup, and it's gentle enough that it doesn't, even if a little bit gets in my eye, it doesn't sting. That's what I like about this one. And then I just take it right down the edges just to make sure I got everything. So I'm gonna do that again. Usually just pump a little bit of the eye remover, let it sink in, just like before. Scrub off my eyebrow. And because that Benefit Gimme Brow is definitely, stays on for sure. So if you want something that will not budge, that is definitely it. For sure. So now that I got a majority of that off my eyes, what I like to do next is take my Clarisonic Mia. This is the Mia 1. It's not the Mia 2, it's just the classic one. And so I like to take this, and I've been using my Simple Moisturizing Face Wash. So I take this in my Mia 1, and I just put kind of a nice heaping size right on the Mia, as you can see. Boop, right there. And then I should have let the water keep running. I'll let it start up again. And I get the Mia just a little bit wet enough so that the bristles will work. And then I just start to scrub. You'll kind of see. I usually close my eyes. I think this goes 60 seconds and then it turns off. So I like to just make circular motions all around my face. And then once it goes off, I know that I've fully gone around. I'm good to go. I rinse it off just to make sure that everything's good. And then I usually dab it off with my washcloth just to make sure it's not going to drip everywhere, because I like to leave it out. Sometimes my headband likes to come off. Just gotta put it back on. Now that that is done, my face is nice and clean. Just like to make sure everything is off. All around my ears, because I usually put foundation up there, and then all around the top of my forehead, just to make sure I've got everything. And then just one more final pat. I usually get it all on my arms, so I like to make sure that it's all gone. And then what I like to do is take the Josie Maran 100% Pure Argan Oil, and I usually, it comes in an eye drop style caplet. So I usually take 1 to 2, sometimes 3 pumps, squeezes, and I just take it on my hands, and then I just kind of gently pat my face. I like to put it all over. So I'm just gently putting it all over my face. I'm letting it sink in because it is oil, so I want it to do its job. And I don't discriminate, I put it everywhere because it's such a great product. And so the next thing that I like to do, I don't do it every single day just because I don't feel like my skin needs it every day, but I am using the Clinique Repair Wear LaserFocus Eye Cream, and I just take my ring finger and just a small dab of it, and then I just go right underneath the eye, super gentle. I take it in the corners as well, and then I also like to take it underneath my eyebrow because my skin tends to get really dry in that area. I'm not sure why. I guess it's because I use concealer up there. And then I just do the same thing with this guy. All underneath the eye. I'm gonna take a little more and go right underneath the eyebrow, all along. So now that that is done and the Josie Maran Argan Oil has sunk in, I'm gonna take my Clinique Dramatically Different Lotion, and as you can see, it's almost on its last leg, but I like to use every single bit, so I just take the lid off, take whatever's left on the bottom of the pump, and I usually get a pretty sizable amount, and then I just rub my hands together, and I just put this all over. I try not to get it too much on the eye area since I just put the eye cream, but I like to take it down my neck as well and make sure that I get my forehead. And then the last thing that I usually like to do is I always make sure that I've put on some sort of lip moisturizer or treatment, and I've really been into a Great Kisser by Soap and Glory, and this is in Vanilla Bean. And in case you're wondering, Soap and Glory is now being sold at Ulta. It's just online currently, but I know that they're gonna start selling it at Ulta stores in the upcoming weeks. So if you've been wanting to try Soap and Glory, but haven't been able to find it online, or if it's been too expensive, now is definitely the time to get it. And then after I've done everything, I usually just put on my PJs and I'm good to go. So if you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.